The old empires mastered oil, gold, and central banks. But the next empire is built on liquidity. Digital, programmable, borderless. While the world points fingers at hidden elites, another system is quietly positioning itself to replace them. And at the center of it all stands XRP. Why would the world's most powerful families risk billions on a coin everyone else ignored? Let's set the record straight. The Rothschild-Rockefeller connection to XRP isn't power. It's noise. There's no secret cabal controlling Ripple from the shadows. Only a small, indirect financial thread that conspiracy channels love to exaggerate. The real story hides in plain sight. SBI Holdings, a Japanese financial powerhouse holding nearly $10 billion in XRP and Ripple equity. That's 69% of its $14.5 billion market cap. No family legacy, no cloak and dagger politics, just a corporate bet the size of an empire. Yoshitaka Kitao, SBI's CEO, isn't chasing narratives. He's building infrastructure, the rails connecting Asian banking to digital liquidity, while the West still debates whether XRP is even crypto. Meanwhile, the internet keeps chanting Rothschild, Rockefeller, missing the real move happening in daylight. Because in modern finance, truth doesn't hide in the dark web. It hides in the balance sheets. So maybe the myth was useful. It kept eyes looking the wrong way. The question now is this: if not the Rothschilds, who's really rewriting the rules of global settlement? And how deep does their XRP conviction go? XRP conspiracy theories don't spread by accident. They're engineered for engagement. Every one of them follows the same formula. Start with a verified fact, twist it with fear, and end with a promise of hidden elite knowledge. ISO 2022 compliance. Real. 70 institutions testing RippleNet? Also real. CBDCs needing interoperability? Absolutely. But then comes the jump. The WEF chose XRP to replace SWIFT. No evidence, just immaculate clickbait. It's the perfect psychological funnel. Algorithms reward outrage, not accuracy. That's why Rothschild buys billions of XRP, racks up 500,000 views, while SBI Holdings' quarterly report barely breaks 3,000. The real scandal isn't that elites control everything. It's that we let clickbait control us. Because believing in secret cabals feels empowering. Reading balance sheets feels boring. Conspiracies make us feel chosen. Numbers make us realize we're late. But here's the quiet reversal happening right now. What if the real power play isn't hidden in secret meetings, but unfolding in public filings, visible to anyone patient enough to read them? While the rails debate plays out, another infrastructure story is moving behind the scenes. Let me introduce Unic, the platform that's changing the game in crypto trading. Unic's OTC exchange has already processed over $1.3 billion in OTC trading volume, giving both buyers and sellers the flexibility they need. With over 5.5 million active users and 500,000 plus followers on X, it's a platform built for scale. Please note that this is not financial advice. In the past year, the story flipped. SWIFT didn't collapse, it evolved, quietly integrating Ripple's technology into its testing framework. Central banks didn't adopt XRP. They partnered with Ripple Labs to build CBDC infrastructure. The price didn't explode, but conviction did. SBI isn't standing alone anymore. Bank of America filed patents tied to Ripple integrations. Japan's MUFG expanded blockchain partnerships. Singapore's MAS approved Ripple's licensing framework. This isn't a hype cycle. It's a power migration from retail chaos to institutional command. The conspiracy sold a revolution, overnight wealth, secret elites, instant flips. The truth is colder, an evolution, slow, methodical, designed by bankers, not dreamers. Less cinematic, but infinitely more dangerous to ignore. Because while the world chased conspiracies, SBI turned conviction into architecture, staking billions, not for hype, but for leverage. So the real question isn't who's hiding behind XRP. It's when did Japan's biggest financial empire stop hiding its bet? And why is no one paying attention? Zoom out. The financial chessboard is being reset. The US uses the dollar as a weapon. Sanctions, trade control, debt pressure. BRICS counters with a new payment block, building rails outside SWIFT. Europe tightens Basel rules to defend its banks. Asia experiments with CBDCs and Ripple corridors. The world isn't de-dollarizing overnight. It's splintering. Every region now wants its own liquidity lifeline. Faster, cheaper, and regulator-approved. And in that fragmentation, XRP becomes neutral ground, not a rebellion, but an integration layer. That's why central banks, not crypto bros, are testing Ripple's tech. Because control over settlement is control over survival. When money becomes a weapon, speed and neutrality become shields. The old system is bleeding trust, and every nation is scrambling for backup power. This isn't about freedom anymore. It's about who gets to move first when the next freeze hits. The Rothschilds ruled through gold. The Rockefellers through oil. Now power flows through liquidity, digital, instant, borderless. While the West chases theories, SBI built reality. 10 billion in XRP and Ripple equity, owning the rails of tomorrow's payments. When currencies fracture, speed becomes power. SBI moved first. This isn't rebellion, it's succession. The old empires controlled money. The new one controls how it moves. Quick update on Unic. Their IDO for the $UN token is live. The project markets a low FDV approach, referral rewards, and NFT perks for early participants. They present themselves as an on-chain OTC liquidity layer, aiming to capture pre-market and institutional flows. Again, not financial advice. Check the link in the description for Unic's token page and white paper before deciding. The world keeps searching for villains in the shadows. The Rockefellers, the Rothschilds, the secret cabals pulling invisible strings. But maybe the real power was never hiding. Maybe it was quietly building. While conspiracy theorists hunted ghosts, SBI was engineering infrastructure. While the crowd raged about manipulation, they were designing monetary highways. No noise, no spotlight, just relentless execution. They didn't need to shout. They just built, and brick by brick, they laid the rails for the next financial era. One transaction, one integration, one quiet acquisition at a time. Control hasn't disappeared. It's evolved. It no longer lives in boardrooms or secret societies. It lives in code, in nodes, in networks. And by the time the average person realizes what's happening, it'll be too late. The system will already be in place, seamless, invisible, absolute. So what do you think? Are we witnessing the birth of a new financial empire, or just another chapter of the old one, rewritten in digital ink and blockchain code? Because if history teaches us anything, it's this. Power never dies. It only changes its face. Subscribe to Wealthy Wise and drop your thoughts below. Because the next financial revolution might not come with a bang, but with a silent line of code.